The embodied feminine power. Hello, my name is Chengi, and you, of course, my precious one, are my world. Welcome to Chengi's World, right here, where I teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that men find completely irresistible. Can I get an amen? Okay, then let's keep this one moving. Just before I go forward, I am so sorry, but I'm gonna have to keep doing this until I get your butts on this masterclass. Do check out the Mastering Attraction masterclass. This is for every single girl who wants to be able to rev up the attraction mechanism and really have a man firmly in her grasp, totally coming back for more, desiring you, attracting men wherever you go. This is a masterclass never ever to miss. This is going to give you the rudiments, the psychology, the breakdown of what attraction truly is. It is not your tits out here in these streets. It's not even a lot of the things that you think it is. It is that plus deeper than that. And I am going to be sharing those secrets with you on the Mastering Attraction Masterclass. Visit my website, chengisworld.co.uk/shop, or go to the description link below this video and you will find that masterclass. Okay, so the embodied feminine power. Again, I want to talk more about this femininity as we build on our understanding of mastering feminine energy. Okay, one of the things that I know when we do when I did the feminine mastery class, which you should totally download the replay for, again in the website, in the description link below. Basically, I know some of you girls have watched it, and then when I say to you, have you seen it? You're like, oh yeah, I have, but I must watch it again, because it went in here and there was so much information that sometimes when we're getting information in here, it's hard for us to figure out what to do in a real life situation where okay, what's feminine again? What's feminine again? Okay, now you have to practice it, knowing that as you practice it, you're honoring your truest essence. You're not getting femininity from out of there and trying to impose it on yourself. What you are doing is actually allowing femininity to come from within yourself. It is already in there. It is blocked by wounds and pain and trauma and bad teachings and society pressure to be something that you're not, or pressure from your home, or doctrines, or so many things that have stifled our femininity as women. But remember, it is in our core, it is our essence, it is our natural, and if we can do the work, it will just naturally come out. Okay, and so I wanted to talk about the embodied feminine power so that we can understand the central point from which femininity comes from. There is a central point, there is an epicenter to femininity, a mindset that is within the feminine realm that you can learn, okay, to at least begin to operate from. And some of the practice I do with my students and my clients as we go through the Soulmate Attraction System course is really practice being in your body. Okay, I always say to my girls, be in your body. We need to learn to close off the thoughts in our mind that keep going. Breathe in and out. And check in with yourself. What are you feeling in your body? What are you feeling? Tension? Fatigue? Exhaustion? Peace? Joy? Happiness? To truly master femininity is to truly go inside of yourself and develop a congruency and a unity with yourself. You see, what happens is when we are traumatized, all these things I mentioned earlier happen, we disconnect to our truest essence in order to survive. The disconnect is to protect. And that is our ego trying to protect us from hurt and pain. And so it disconnects from who we are. And so many of us don't really know what is going on in our body. We don't check in with our body. We don't check in with what is going on inside of us. And so if you daily practice to check on yourself and check on you, how are you doing right now? How are you feeling right now? Some of us don't know what we feel. I'm sometimes on calls, I'm like, how do you feel right now? And I feel rejected. Rejected is not a feeling, it's a perception. How do you feel? There's a plethora of feelings, but we've kept the rudimentals, anger and rage and sadness. But there's so many other feelings: discomfort, anxiety, peaceful, serene. So many feelings that we can feel in one day, but being able to connect with those feelings is how you learn to be in your feminine, and how you learn to communicate. In the masterclass that I teach, and in the Feminine Mastery, I teach you how to communicate from your feminine. You cannot communicate to a masculine man if you're not congruent of your feelings. He asks you for he wants to get laid, and you're not comfortable with that yet. You're not ready yet. How do you explain that? For most of us, it's like, nah, you must be joking. I'm not doing that. Or we go into our aggressive masculine and we push him away, and we say, oh, men run away every single time I tell them that I'm celibate or I'm not whatever. They're not running away necessarily. Some will absolutely run away because they didn't come for a relationship, they came for that. But a guy who came for a relationship, who is open to something real and lasting, is not going to run away because you're celibate or because you're a virgin. He's going to run away because you are coming at him with that masculine, competitive, buff kind of energy, when really it's really about sharing your deepest feelings. I don't feel ready to be intimate. I feel more comfortable. It would be more pleasing, and it would make me feel better if we waited. Okay, so being in tune with how you feel allows you to communicate effectively and from your feminine. Okay, so really understanding how it feels in your body. Another thing that I want you to practice and do, and when you're always doing this practice and being in your body, it will start to come naturally. You won't have to remember scripts. You won't have to remember what Chengi said. What did she say I need to say again? What did she say I need to do again? What was it again? Gosh, I forgot. I need to go back and read the book. I need to watch the video. Okay, if you are already practicing this, then it will be natural for you to speak from your feelings because you're present with your feelings all the time. Now, how else can we be in our feminine and practice being feminine rather than doing feminine, right? Because some of us feel like we have to do feminine, say feminine, speak feminine, but we're not being feminine. And that is really how you move, your movements. Are they fluid? Are they flowing? Are they soft? Are they inviting? Are they soft and sensual? You see, you have to remember that the feminine is very sensual. Now I got some of y'all Christian girls be saying, Jesus done say you gotta put that away. But we must understand that when Eve was created in the garden, Adam looked at her and he was like, damn, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. And then he knew her. Like, what? How did you hear about sex, Adam? Come on, dude. How did you hear about that? No, when she came into the garden, she introduced to him something he had never experienced within his body before. Sensuality and the desire, right? So we are, I keep saying, the feminine is the sexual gatekeeper. And so many of us, especially religious girls, Muslim, Christian, whatever religion you are, I'm going to speak for the Christians because I'm more au fait with that rather than the culture of other religions. But I'm sure this will be true for various religions. We were taught to stifle our sexuality, put it in a box, hide it, because if you show it, you're going to get pregnant and you're going to bring shame to the kingdom. And so we've associated sex with shame, and so if sex is shameful, then sensuality is shameful, then showing up as a woman that is desired is shameful, and so we end up sticking, we flow in our masculine. So when we walk like men, and we talk like men, and we put together face and everything is just so masculine, right? Because we're trying to, I remember watching some YouTube channel, and this woman called in and she was talking to this guy for an assessment, I don't know. She said she dresses like a man. She wants a boyfriend, but she dresses like a man. And I was thinking, oh my goodness. But I know where that came from. That comes from good girls don't do feminine. Because when they do feminine, they're being Jezebels out here in these streets. I know that, you know, the tomboy stage of many girls' lives, I went through it, was really a rejection of my femininity, because being feminine meant other things that happened to me growing up. So I didn't want to be feminine, so I went through this phase of big jeans and shirts, right? But as we get older and walking aggressively, but we've got to understand that the feminine woman is never in a hurry, and her movements are fluid, and she's happy to move her body, and she moves with softness and subtlety, and she sways her hips, and she has her shoulders back and down, and everything about her movement, right, says, I am comfortable being a sexual being. I'm comfortable being the sexual gatekeeper. Being a sexual gatekeeper and being comfortable in your sexuality does not mean that you have no virtue, okay? You can be a greatly sexual woman who embraces your sexuality, but an effective gatekeeper. You can still have somebody sign your contract. And that will be another masterclass in 2021 where I'm going to be teaching you how to get men to sign your contract. Okay, it's all an admin situation. So one of the things I want to see more of is women allowing themselves to be feminine, and let that energy, that essence of yours help you move. I was walking the other day and I was watching this woman move, and she was kind of walking in front of me like, you know, legs apart like a duck. And I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, if I was a man, I am not stopping to talk to you. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, what? I feel like, you know, everything we do, let us be conscious of our movement. Let us be conscious of our body. And you will find that as you connect with your body, it will begin to shift your thoughts and your mind, and you will start to use your right lobe more, your creative space more, right? Than always being in your head all the time, which is a good thing, because we need to use that masculine energy for something, right? And the third, last but not least, I don't want this video to go on forever, is your gut. A woman's instinct. Ooh, yes, right? If you practice listening to your gut, I'm having a conversation and my gut is like, or I'm feeling some kind of way and it's like, When you listen to your gut, you are being truly feminine. When you know that something doesn't feel right. Sometimes I'm talking to my girls and they're sending me messages. These are my clients or my students. And they're sending me messages on WhatsApp and we're having this conversation. And I can tell that their gut is telling them there's something wrong with this guy. But they're waiting for me to give them the it's okay. Because for so long, they haven't trusted their gut. And yes, some of them I've had to kind of be like, no, your gut is leading you in the wrong direction. Okay, because there's sometimes issues of wounds where it's really not your gut, it's just your ego that is leading you to reject and deflect and to be hard on men, rather than your actual gut is always right, your inner gut. But we practice all of this by being in ourselves. We have to understand that we serve better, we give better, we love better, we show up better when we have a deep sense of awareness and live within our truest essence, and we live within our truest self. Practicing being in yourself, in your inner self, and embracing the beauty that is you, the perfection that is you, the woman that is you, the feminine that is you, is really how you start from that epicenter. Like a volcano has, an earthquake has an epicenter, or the heart of the volcano, and it just sort of it just whooshes out, right? What we want to do and what we're trying to achieve is femininity to ooze out of us naturally, right? We want it to just ooze. We don't want to be thinking about it at 100 miles an hour. So do get yourself the Feminine Mastery Masterclass replay on my website, chengisworld.co.uk. How to talk to men so they listen. There's so many tools on there. Get on the attraction, how to master attraction course with me. Masterclass with me. I look forward to seeing you. Everything's in the description link below, and let us continue to have this conversation. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. In the meantime, mwah, take care of you. Love you, love.